Upon revisiting the earliest iteration of Bob's Burgers, known as the original demo or pilot, I was struck by just how radically different the show might have been, and what that reveals about its creative evolution. That early version, often referred to simply as the demo, dates back to around 2009. It was first made available on the Season 1 DVD and predates the polished, well-loved version that eventually hit airwaves. In it, several core elements of the Belcher family were already in place. Bob, Linda, Jean, and Louise were recognizable, and the episode's overall plot mirrored what later became the broadcast pilot, Human Flesh. However, one standout difference immediately caught my attention, and it reshaped how I view Bob's Burgers at its roots. In the demo, the character we now know as Tina Belcher was not yet Tina. Instead, the Belcher's oldest child was a boy named Daniel, voiced by Dan Mintz, the very same voice actor cast for Tina in the final show. That realization hit me. The show's shift from a brother to a sister fundamentally transformed the family dynamic. The dry awkwardness and pubescent angst that defined Tina's character would have been completely absent in a male version of the role. By introducing Tina, a teenage girl with crushes, insecurities, and unexpected confidence, the series embraced a more distinctive, empathetic perspective. The decision wasn't just about changing a character, it altered the comedic and emotional tone of the show. Tina's perspective lends a quirky emotional resonance that would have been harder to capture with a boy counterpart. It influenced how the family interacts, how storylines unfold, and how the audience connects to those awkward, authentic moments that define the series. Additionally, from a visual and stylistic standpoint, the demo's animation was noticeably rougher and simpler. The designs were less refined than those we grew to know over the years, with unfinished aesthetics and more skeletal motion. But even in that raw form, the episode's spirit was intact. The Belchers' eccentricities, their awkward charm, and the absurd, human flesh rumor that fuels the pilot plot were all present. That consistency reinforced what later came to define the series, a wild premise grounded by earnest family interaction. Rewatching the demo clarified just how pivotal Tina's addition was. It wasn't a subtle tweak, it was the creative choice that gave the show its signature heart. Rather than being about a standard, odd family, Bob's Burgers became a layered portrait of familial love rendered through weird, empathetic humor. Understanding this origin gave me insight into how creative risks, like swapping a character's gender, can be game changers. In Tina's place, Daniel might have offered modal humor, but likely without the same emotional odds and ends that resonate now. Ultimately, this experience emphasized that sometimes the smallest character decisions shape the soul of a series. By choosing Tina, the creators didn't just add a quirky teen, they found the emotional axis that would circle around decades of storytelling.